right, let's go. Let's do this. It's Top Comics to Me time. We're not gonna do a top 10, but we're still gonna make this quick.
Yeah, we're gonna blow right through it. I'm gonna go first. I'm Heather.
And I'm Champ.
This is John Clark's Something Juicy. This is just a one-shot. I just thought it sounded real gross, and juicy is one of my favorite words, which I know sounds funny. Right. But this is it's a horror story. It's basically about this, the most popular girl in school is trying to get revenge on this loser, essentially, for stealing her boyfriend. So she, is trying to figure out some juicy information about this girl so that she can use it against her,
the hot goss.
Yeah, the hot goss. Throw rumors across the school. But she finds out that the loser ended up with some sort of parasite and lost a bunch of weight and got real hot and popular. But she formed some sort of relationship with the parasite that's in her. And it gets real gross. But for being a one shot, I did really enjoy this. It was so stupid and silly. So yeah. And the art was all right, but I really like the way that the colors look, the way that it's shaded and stuff. But it's told through, the narration is through the perspective of the popular girl reading the diary entries of the not popular girl.
All right, so I have Gotham City Year One. This is a book by Tom King and Phil Hester. Sorry, everybody's name's on the front of this, right? Mm-hmm. And Eric Gepster and Jordi Belair. And I'm trying to find, this book has a little warning in the front of it that says this comic contains language of a racially offensive nature and may not be suitable for all age groups. Its inclusion is intentional, creative choice intended to highlight the fact that language of this type was frequently deployed in the past decades and remains in use today, even as contexts evolve. Readers for whom such language is triggering or hurtful should be advised. So that wasn't really the way I wanted to go into the book. I do appreciate the warning, but it was kind of just off-putting because I don't know how well a creative team of I'm pretty sure I looked everybody up, all white people. I really need them to land their mark because there is a lot of stuff about race in here, which is fine, and I don't mind the discussion of that whatsoever. That is a lot of what my life is. Mm-hmm. But if it's just used very glibly without actually having a message overall, then
you're just using it for the sake of using the language.
Yeah, more than anything. I said to Chris, and this is a terrible joke, and I shouldn't make it, but it's it kind of feels like Tom King is having his Quentin Tarantino moment. So it's just
yeah.
So it's it's. I'm gonna read the second issue. I'll see how I feel. I think as somebody who is very entrenched in criminal justice and what I read on a daily basis, I have a hard time with this sort of stuff. And it's that's what it's in that time, and it's well, this is actually a fictional universe.
That's not necessary.
But I guess it's well, it's based in New York, or it is based in the United States, and it's okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just really want them to if they're gonna explore it and say these things and use this language, actually have it be productive. And still at the same time, it's hard for me to trust people.
That's fair.
Anyway, I'll keep reading it. We'll see. This is Batman. This is 128.
This is a little battle with Failsafe.
Yeah, and he seems to be winning.
He's eating shit up.
And beating the fuck out of everyone.
Every single person that he can in Gotham and wherever else. Mm-hmm. He's nope, taking you down, killing you. You're gone. You're done. Pulling out all of his special tricks.
Yeah.
I loved this issue. I thought it was great. Yeah. Non-stop action in it. And of course the art. I am obsessed with Jorge Jimenez, so
Yeah.
You know.
The art was great. Did you read the backup story? 'Cause I don't think I did, actually.
I did.
This backup story.
I have to refresh myself because I read this literally last week.
Well, and I couldn't remember if I read this backup story or there is another... Oh, I don't think I read the Joker backup story.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't read the Joker backup story, but I did read this backup story.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I did read this. I do remember it.
I liked both a lot, though.
Yeah, this was a really good issue. Mm-hmm. I liked this one quite a bit. That's what I wanted from a Batman story.
Yeah, I feel like it's been building to this moment. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I did really like this a lot. Nothing else to say, really. Batman. Mm-hmm. This is Joker, the man who stopped laughing. Yeah. Jesus. This is issue number 1. This is just a Joker story.
I did like this more than I expected to be completely honest. Like, I special ordered the first one originally because I was like, oh, I kind of have to, you know? And then I did end up adding it.
Okay.
But it's just, it's literally just a Joker story. What if he decides, like, Gotham is not him deciding it, but what if he, like, leaves Gotham and tries to do his Joker shit somewhere else?
Yeah. This was not my favorite thing.
I get that.
This was, like, not my favorite thing.
I think because I didn't, like I said, I liked it more than I thought I did, but it wasn't until, like, near the end when I kind of realized what was going on that I was like, okay, that is interesting. I did not like a lot of it. I did not like some of the characters that were in it. There was a lot of things that I didn't like about it, but I was into, oh my God, I do remember this story. I did read the last story too. Okay. But yeah, like once I got to the end, I was like, okay, I want to know what happens now. Like, I'm kind of into it.
I definitely get that. Honestly, I just I don't know. I hate the Joker.
Yep.
I hate the fucking Joker, and the last thing I need in my life is a Joker story, so I'm gonna just go ahead and, bow out.
That makes sense. The other Joker story within Joker is him trying to get fucking Power Girl? Yeah, Power Girl to go on a date with him because he's in love with her. But no matter what he does, it's just not working out. It was very silly, and I really liked it. I completely forgot about that one. It was dumb as hell, but I loved it. Next we have
Poison Ivy. This is issue number 5. This was actually supposed to be only 6 issues, 7 issues.
Yes.
Ended up getting extended. This is just kind of getting towards the end of this story arc with Poison Ivy coming to a head with her, I guess, mentor, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got from it. I had a hard time reading it. Was your book like this too?
Yeah, no, the print was off.
Yeah, I had a very hard time reading this, so I don't know. It took me a minute before I was fully understanding what was going on, because it was just some parts were like giving me a headache, like that page like messed with me. But yeah, Daddy's home, so
good job. That was a good way to do it. Wait, hold on. Shoot. I have Sword of Azrael. This is issue number 3 of 6. Still enjoying it. I don't really have a lot to say. I really never thought I would like an Azrael story in my life, but I just really, really, there's something about this that I find really intriguing.
I wish I had kept up with it, but I
think it's just the exploration that he's having within himself, and the art is also something that I find very spectacular, but it's a good story. It's worth it. I
did really, really like the art for that first issue that I read, and I did want to pick it up, but I feel like people now have been good. I've been selling more, especially on Saturday. There was 3 people who bought the issues. Which I was kind of surprised by.
Yeah, it's a late hit.
Yeah, but I'm glad people are picking it up, because I was cool. No, that first issue was great. Yeah. Do it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth a read. So I would not say no. So a book we both have that we didn't realize is Leonide.
Yeah, that's how I said it.
The Vampire.
Leonide. Miracle at the Crow's Head.
So this is just about a little vampire girl.
Yeah, it's Mike Mignola. Is that how you say his name?
Mignola, yeah.
I never think that I'm saying it right, but it's a Mike Mignola story that doesn't have anything to do with the Hellboy universe.
Yeah, just a village finds her on a wreck of a ship, brings her into town, and she sucks away their souls.
Yeah.
It was great.
Just cute little kid stuff.
Yeah.
I did really enjoy this. I thought, like, especially because it is a one-shot, so it wasn't like...
There is another one coming out, another one-shot coming out. It was on, like, one of the last few previews, so I'm going to have to order that one, too, because I wanted to read this one before I made that choice to get the other one, but I had a lot of fun with this.
It was a delight. I did enjoy it quite a bit.
Worth the read.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Now we're back on track.
Yeah.
Okay. And we both got this covered. This was one of the small things that I saw the other day that I was like, I got the main cover originally, but I was like, no, I special ordered this one. So I just went off the wall. I was like, this is Kevin Wada, dude. I gotta get this covered.
This is a Star Fox Axe tie-in. This shows Star Fox's perspective and how he is trying to... I'll put this up. Save the humans. Save everybody.
I like this artist a lot, but there were some pages that it took me out completely. I like the story as a whole. I thought it was a really good, like, one shot. Like, I think this is one of the one shots that I truly enjoyed.
Yeah.
Because, again, like I said in the previous video, I feel like it's the only one that
future video.
Yeah, the future video. The only one that you really need to read if you're going to be reading them. That kind of explains what's happening, but... sometimes, like, the art, I really, really enjoyed it, and other times I was like, I just don't like this. I just don't like this page, you know? But I think overall it was a nice, cute little story. I like Star Fox, and I've never cared about Star Fox before.
Fun little read.
Yeah. It's a fun, light read.
Now we have X. This is the X-Men tie-in. This just follows, it follows a group of people who are inside of the Celestial trying to take it down. But this mainly deals with Jean Grey's judgment.
I did love the art in this one.
Yeah, the art was really great.
That's fantastic, beautiful.
I have, like, mixed feelings on the one-shot itself, but
yeah,
as a whole, like, I think it's how I felt about all of them.
Yeah, they're very much, like, there are certain parts of it that are really cool, but then others it's like I had told you, like, I'm kind of confused by the people that they chose to do the one shots about, because it says X-Men, but it's not about the X-Men. It's about one single person. I get it, but don't call it X-Men if it's not all the X-Men.
And this is this is the X-Men. This is X-Men Red. This is issue number 7. This is the death of Magneto. That's it. It's just like him soliloquying his way out,
doing the Magneto way.
Iraqi kind of figuring out how to set up, like, the tables and who's going to help rule and make decisions, and this issue was really great.
It was really, really good. There, question: does this have anything to do with this story? Because I was, like, reading it and I was like, I have no idea what's happening.
No, I think that's like a sword, like what was going on in Sword.
It does say Sword. Yeah. But then I was like, what is this, just like the Marvel after credits that they do in the movie? I
think it is, like, kind of like an after credits scene.
Okay.
To kind of show you, like, what's, like, building.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Because Abigail Brand also is on Mars. So.
That's what I thought. Yeah, and that's why I read this page, and then I got to here, and I was like, I have no idea what's happening. So I just closed it, set it aside, and mourned the loss of Magneto for, like, 2 minutes, and then I went about my day.
Yeah, but good book.
It was
great.
Yeah, that issue was really good. But as we've said before, like, all of these X-Men Red issues have just been so good.
Best book for sure.
All right, I have Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is issue number 3. This is cover number C. The only reason I got these is because they're the wraparounds. This is just two brothers who are fighting for the throne. I really don't have anything else to say about it. I do like it quite a bit, but there's just nothing else.
This is Quickie.
Yeah.
No rants here.
This is real quick. I have no rants about that book anyway. It's just a nice little light medieval read.
All right, I got the last issue of British Paranormal Society. This is issue number 4. This is just a folk horror story. They've been taking people out and sacrificing them at these stones. because they think that they can't like save them. But the truth of it is, all of this, like the people who touched the stones have been getting flashbacks to a giant fight between a demon and some aliens.
Did you like it?
I did actually.
You
really
did?
like it.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
The way that you described it made it sound fantastic.
Yeah,
so.
no, it reminded me of like very much like those 60s or 70s like British folk horror stuff, like
The Wicker Man?
Yeah, like Wicker Man or like Psychomania that I watched last year. Just like those type of things where it's just like, what? Okay.
Right. Okay.
But super enjoyable. I really liked it.
How many issues was it?
4.
You
didn't have to be familiar with the characters, which is like one of those things I really do like about the Hellboy universe stuff like this. It's just like, okay.
It's just a nice little story within the universe.
Yeah. Don't have to know. All right, next we have Golden Rage. This is a battle royale on an island between older ladies and women who no longer are menstruating. And this just alludes to some twists.
Which, when you word it like that, it doesn't seem like a book that I would like enjoy. It reminded, I don't know, I got that weird gross feeling that I got when we first read that like Man-Eaters book.
Yeah. But it's definitely not like that.
No, it's not. But it's a very, very enjoyable book.
Yeah, it's more like, not nuanced isn't the word I'm looking for. It's more in depth and more reflective than like Man-Eaters is, and it has more like
there's substance to it.
There's more substance, and I also think perspective and self-perspective to it as well. So it's
not just like women rule.
Yeah, exactly. And I am excited and like apprehensive of what the next issue brings, because I was like, oh, the character I like might be an asshole.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird. Yeah, because I thought that too. That last page had me going like, the fuck is happening?
It was like, this can't be real.
Yeah. And then the back, there's always, they give you like little information about, finding things in the wild and using them for specific things. This one is about broadleaf plantain. Gives you a list of things that you can make using it, but then also the horseback librarians. There's a whole essay about like trans poetry and stuff, which is really, really cool. And then it's called Infinite Difference, Other Poetries by UK Women Poets. But yes, it's just, I really like the extra stuff that they are adding to this book, and I think that's another thing that makes it so much more enjoyable, because it's not just, yes, it's great. You know exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So do our listeners.
Yes.
Hopefully. Ready, Ghoul?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is Night of the Ghouls. This is issue number 1.
That was good.
Thank you. This is a book by Scoot Snyder. Our friend and colleague, Scoot Snyder. Sorry, Scott Snyder. I don't mean to be a dick.
Can't help. You make a mistake one time and it just sticks with you forever.
But the art is by Francesco Francavilla, and letters by Android Design. This was a great book.
Yeah.
This was so much fun. I've been reading Dark Spaces, Wildfire, Off the Wall, and I've been enjoying that a lot. But this is probably the Scott Snyder book I've liked the most in a while. This is just a story about a director who is in an old person's home, who a young man and his son,
his little shit son,
have tracked down and have found out the secrets, and they don't actually know really what's going on. I love this. It was, I think, a mixture of the art and the tone.
Yes.
Just like the way the story revealed itself. I loved how there were snippets of the movie between like scenes.
Right. No, I was going to say the way that the story is told, it's told between like the present day, I guess, where the dad is interviewing or trying to interview, talking to the old man, aka the director, but then it also is showing the scenes from the movie. So as you're being told this story about like what is going on with it and the horrors behind it, you are experiencing that as well. I was like, that's entrapment.
The way the story is like unfolding is really cool, and obviously there's more levels to even like the father-son family relationship that's going on. This is, I think, worth a read, especially like Halloween time.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like the perfect time of year for this type of story,
and it hits in like the best way too. Like it just,
it's nice and thick too. Like I loved how much there was to the story in that one issue.
I would say I think that was also something I did enjoy. It was like I didn't feel like there wasn't enough. I felt like there was like a perfect amount, and just like built the story great.
Yeah, because for that type of story, that particular issue was essentially 2 issues in one, and I think for that type of story, when you're telling that in that way, you do need that much at once. Otherwise, you can lose interest real fast.
Yeah, especially because it is like there's so much switching back and forth. Okay, so next we have Kaya. This is issue number 1. This is a story about Kaya and her brother who are kind of traversing the world after their village and all of their people are completely wiped out. I loved this.
It was so good. It was so good. I knew that I was gonna like it when I, read the solicit for it and saw obviously the art, like was Craig, but I was not anticipating liking it as much as I did. The
story was so, like, the narration and the way the story was like told was just like so good. Like this is definitely going to be like a gut wrencher at like points, I think, but I just love the grounding of like the narration, because obviously this is told by Kaya's brother. I can't remember. From the future, kind of reflecting on the past and how Kaya and him worked together, and he was a prince in his village, and that really like comes through in the way he acts. And there's a lot of like personal reflection, Jin. A lot of like personal reflection within like the narration that I really, really liked.
His characters are like drawn so good too, because even Jen like does not look human, but I look at him and I can see, like, I've seen kids that look like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great book. I would definitely say to pick it up. Like, no reason not to.
The first issue does a really good job of obviously introducing the main characters, but also introducing the kind of world that we are going on this journey in, and like the different kind of characters and mutants you're going to be running into. So, very good first issue. I'm excited.
All right, that's it. We'll see you later. We're actually not going to say anything else. We'll see you on the flippity flip. Bye. We love you.
Goodbye.